Welcome, filmmakers.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, hello.
We can get started by going each filmmaker saying your name, your film, and what inspired you to make this film. So I can get started with Ala, and if everyone else can mute their screens just in case.
Okay. Well, hi everyone. My name is Ala Abu Zaina, and my film called The Wall. The main idea of the film is about refugee camps and how small and crowded they are in the camps, like the space. Like you cannot really find a personal space because the houses are very close to each other. Since Palestinians were displaced in 1967, um, the walls of the camps are also famous for graffiti. They used to write on the walls to send messages to their families to let them know that they are safe. We shooted the film in 2021, but I finished it and released it in 2024. At first, I wasn't really satisfied with the result, so I left the film alone. But in 2023, my cousin got يعني he was killed by Israeli soldier, and it was a very difficult period for me, and I didn't want to drown in my sadness. So I tried to do something like to make me like feel anything, I don't know. So I decided to re-edit the film and from the beginning, and this helped me to come out of this period like a bit. And yeah,
Thank you, Ala.
you're welcome.
Um, we can, yeah, move that way to Yasmin Amari.
Hi, I'm Yasmin Omari. My film is Untethering, and this was shot and edited in 2018 to 2019. It was basically me going from still photography to video, and it was also the process of me moving back to Palestine during that time. And I use a symbol of my hand as a shadow, which is also like, I'm unable to affect the things around me, but I still like exist. You can see me visually, but I can't affect the things around me as I would like. And yeah, I think that's all I have.
Thank you, Yasmin. Now we
Okay.
can move to the spoon. So Kareem or Amir, whoever wants to start first, please. I mean, if you want, Kareem, maybe introduce your name, film, what inspired you to make the film, and then Amir.
Absolutely. So, hello everyone. My name is Karim Sawalme. The name of me and Amir's film is called Just a Spoon. It's a film that was inspired by the infamous prison escape of 2021 from Gilboa prison, or Sinjin Jalbua. Of course, what inspired me to make the film was quite obvious, yet it took a very abstracted approach. I think far too often in Palestinian cinema, we see recounts of various historical events that come off more as a reaction to the event as opposed to positive or affirmative action inspired by said event. And so, what we really aim to do with this film is take a very niche, very specific moment in Palestinian history and sort of generalize it or take maybe the liberalistic ideals and value of freedom that you can take from that specific moment and generalize it onto a more broad scope of Palestinian society and also international community. Um, I do believe that a big part of this film was trying to take something that can be so specific to a people, yet generalize it onto just about anyone who believes in freedom and liberty. So the film, as such, adopted a very abstracted approach, very artistic and poetic visual language in order to generalize and not necessarily be tied to the symbolism that can be taken from such an event, but rather the overall takeaway that is much more applicable.
Okay. So this film started small with a day in the life of a spoon becomes the catalyst of the prison escape story, but from the POV of the spoon. I'm like, my language, let's do it. And as all great films begin, the first 3-minute version was done in my kitchen in what was my apartment in Bethlehem then, and we shot things just by gathering different textures, dirt and material, and creating this world within a closed room with the help of great friends and crew. And it was a great mix to work with Karim because we are friends since childhood, and we have two complementary backgrounds, which is a visual and a musical or audio background. So working together, we kind of created this dance, which is moving to a flow of sound. And it was very simple what we wanted to do in terms of the narrative, which is all the time as Palestinians in our stories, in our tales, we hang on to the symbols and only the symbols. And the story becomes void of people, of person. And that was one thing we were trying to counteract by actually taking this symbol to the extreme end of it and then turning this symbol slowly into a person, morphing it from a spoon into the tail of a person, of a hero, and then finishing off on that person's tail rather than still remaining on the symbols. And it was amazing project to work on, and we enjoyed it a lot, I have to say. And we're glad
Absolutely.
that the film, after a lot of time, is still doing what it needs to do. And shout out to Ala Ouzene also, because she was in the art department on the film.
Absolutely.
And the art department did amazing building structures and things and crazy contraptions with very minimal materials to work with. So thanks to everyone who was a part of this film, and still one of my favorites after many years.
And I think just quickly to top off that quick point, I think what was so beautiful about this film also was is actually embodied in this very Q&A session, having Ala here and also having Mahmoud, who was supposed to be here as well. Two people who contributed in such a phenomenal and immeasurable way to the creation of this film that had an absolutely zero budget. Like, it was just a collection of passionate individuals, each who knew how to hone their own craft in a way that collectively created something that could not be accomplished individually.
Thank you. That was very beautifully said. And I love that the other team
Thanks.
members are here in the in the program too. So yeah, last but not least, we have Hamza and Munir with us in the call. If you would like to introduce.
I'm gonna cut the video because I'm in the car and my iPad is my key light
Oh, okay.
and it's not a good
Okay.
setup.
Thank you, Amir.
I'm gonna be here listening. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I
So
don't know if I should start or Hamza, but I think يعني maybe I can start. Okay, so basically, I'm Munir Masri, first of all. I did the mirrors with collaborating with Hamza in the last summer in Space Hub, which is such a beautiful place in my heart. My inspiration basically was when I saw the Palestinian youth in Space Hub, like I don't know if I can call it Gen Z, but the age between 18 till or maybe 16 till 25. I saw them like they are mostly playing musics, doing things to escape from the dark Palestinian reality we are facing. So when I asked them why you coming here, or why you doing all of this in your day, basically the answer was like, you are trying to filling our time and maybe escaping from our reality. So basically, Mirrors was talking about how the Palestinian youth escape and doing things to fill their gaps. And it's a simple things. Um, what else I can add? Um, but we can clearly notice that we end our film with a hope, because I always believe that this dark will end and the sun gonna rise again. And we ended with Hamza song, and it was in the last sentences said, "Look up in the sky. Yeah, it's black, but it's full of stars." So that's it. I don't know what I can say else. I'll give the stage for Hamza to continue.
Hi all, I'm Hamza Amru. So yeah, I can talk about the film more. It was, as Munir said, how us as Palestinian youth find our ways to live, to survive in artistic way, like music, like making films, like art at it all. And for me, to be honest, the film was made by 2 days. Like one day shot, the other day was editing, like 5 hours editing. And we didn't have any idea what the film is going to be about. It was like random shots, just we have idea about, we're going to talk about art, we're going to talk about youth. That's it. Then in that moment, I was feeling like kind of, I had a phase of depression and, overthinking. I had a lot of problems in that moment about the war, about what's going on, what to do. So basically, I just sat with myself and I told myself like, just let it out in a voiceover, then do the edit, add the voiceover, and see how it goes. Then voila, mirrors are out.
Thank you, Hamza. I'll move to our next question. And since the program Borderless is about you filmmakers who made it happen in Palestine, you made your films as local Palestinian filmmakers. So, what does it mean to be a Palestinian filmmaker right now working in Palestine? And I can start with Ala.
Well, I don't really know exactly how to answer this question. But for me, being a Palestinian filmmaker, like, means like telling our reality and our truth. And because, our life itself is full of stories, like, and pain, resistance, and like small details that became cinema. It feels like, for me, it feels like a responsibility for me, because when I make a film, I'm not only expressing myself, I think I'm also carrying the voice of my people also, and our daily struggle. Sometimes it's heavy, but also it's powerful, because I think cinema becomes a way to survive, to document, and to keep like our story alive.
Thank you, Ala. That was beautifully said.
Thank you.
I know you have to go, so it's okay if you have to go.
Yeah.
Thank you for being
Okay,
here.
thank you. Bye.
Yeah, Yasmin, if you can talk more about what it means to be a Palestinian filmmaker right now working in cinema or as an artist.
Hi. Yeah, wanted to say, working on films and living in Palestine, um, there's a lot of challenges as I've also lived in the US, in both places. Just your creativity gets bogged down. And it's because of the things that we're surrounded by, and like the things that are just in front of us, like the reality that we have to live in. You're kind of in survival mode, whether like also you're physically being, under some kind of harm or a threat of harm, but also like mentally, the idea of that you might actually get harmed. So sometimes you get stuck in this survival mode, which makes it really hard to like, be in touch with your creativity and be in touch with your imagination. And to me, I'm interested in using my imagination as a like way to liberate myself from the occupation and others as well. So I also teach, I think, have my students use, the filming and the video that they create as also a means and a form of like trying to think outside of this. Because when you're stuck in like inside an occupation, in Palestine, like your imagination gets eaten up in some kind of way, and it's really, I don't know, it's it changes your dreams, it changes the way that you feel and that you think daily, and it makes it hard to create. But I'm inspired by so many filmmakers that are able to overcome that. So I try to find ways to move on and work and film despite all the issues that we have here, and I try to, tell my students to do so as well.
Thank you, Yasmin.
Thank you.
Yeah, Yasmin teaches at Birzeit University, which is beautiful. And then we're moving to Amir and Karim. Are you still with us? Amir and Karim.
We are currently en route. We need exactly 2 minutes.
It's okay. We'll go to their group, Munir and Hamza. So Munir and Hamza, if you can also talk more about that, what it means to be a Palestinian filmmaker working in Palestine.
Well, I don't know what to add more than what they said. It's just the same answer. That's to be an artist in Palestine. It's not an easy thing, to be honest. You see a lot of layers of the feeling, how you survive, how you wanna be there, how you wanna keep reflecting these feelings. Uh, Especially when there's like events like if someone like if you hear the news, if you see the news, how you're gonna reflect your art. So there's a lot of layers of that issue. But yeah, I think it's a way of surviving for us. For me, to be honest, it's a way of surviving in Palestine to make art, not just films, like art at all. Um, yeah, that's it, I guess.
Oh, thank you. That's very well said. Thank you, Hamza.
Okay, so from my perspective, I always believe that being a filmmaker is a nice thing, and it's a thing itself. But being a Palestinian filmmaker, that is a whole another thing. Maybe because I believe that I don't have a gun, but I have my camera, which is also a method that I can show how I can showing the facts or the issues that hidden from the light in our world. And being in, by the way, I'm from Tulkarem, which is a city in West Bank, and it have two camps. So after the event in 7th of October 2023, the camps is totally destroyed. So like I always think that if I did not go with my camera and showed for my friends who live abroad what is happening, or the people in general, who's gonna do this. Like, I always feel that I'm responsible for this, and doing this, it's too dangerous. And there is a lot of memories that I can remember. It was not the most beautiful things, but yeah, I did it. And I did a lot of documentaries about what happened in Nur Shams and Tul Karim camp, and how the Israeli forces destroyed. Um, and by the end of this, I feel that I'm too proud that I did this, and I did a documentaries who maybe can someone else can do it, but not from my point of view, and that make me create a motivation inside me, and that's it.
Thank you, Munir. No, that was very emotional and true to yourself. And then we have Karim and Amir, if you're set up. If you're all set, if you can, I can repeat the question, which is, what does it mean to be a Palestinian filmmaker right now working in Palestine?
Personally, would like to go with a more positive note, saying that filmmaking in Palestine definitely, as everything else here in terms of industry, in terms of craft, in terms of opportunity, can be sometimes lacking. But what we lack in practical resources, we definitely do not lack in, first of all, passion. People who are willing to work out of pure love and engagement in story and in narrative. Um, and the fact that you have, I always say, if I wasn't Palestinian, I don't think I'd be a filmmaker. I'd rather do business and make a lot of money. But it feels like here you have a sense of purpose to do what you are doing. And from my experience working with filmmakers here versus foreigners or people from abroad, the passion and the drive we find in crews and teams here is unmatched. And whatever you're doing now, you are starting something, you're building the foundations for what's to come. And that's something to be proud of. Here in Kawader, we are establishing a lot in Ramallah and Palestine, and it feels good. It feels purposeful to be able to create foundation for people to come, artists and creatives. So I think being a filmmaker in Palestine, although lacks resources and opportunity, you are responsible for making opportunity and creating change. And that's a very hopeful thing.
I also believe that sort of different way to approach, or maybe have a different perspective towards this, is yes, as we all know and have covered, maybe the resources, the opportunities are not as vast, not as consistent, not as secure, but I believe that having to make your own opportunities teaches you things that no other place really could. Being a filmmaker in Palestine doesn't teach you just how to be a filmmaker. It teaches you how to be taking care of animals, for example. But no, it really teaches you so much more than just the technical aspect and the creative aspect. It teaches you how to problem solve, how to become resourceful, how to create opportunities for yourself. And I believe that really cannot be replaced by anything else. So sure, it's more difficult in some aspects, but there are things that you can gain from being a filmmaker, a poet, a musician, an artist, anything in this country that cannot be made up for anywhere else.
فتحي بدك تقول إشي؟ احكي مع الجمهور. Fatih would like to pitch in. He's very excited to be in this interview, and he would like to tell you that it's awesome to do films.
What's the name of the bird?
Fatih.
Fathi. Oh, hello. No, it's what you're also doing in Ramallah is amazing with Kawadir. You're also building an industry, which is what we need right now. So you are creating these opportunities and documenting as well.
Hi, my name is Mahmoud Hamdan. I am a Palestinian filmmaker and a refugee from Jaffa. Now I live in the West Bank. I am the director of the film In the Middle, my first short film fiction. The film talks about memory, even small and simple memories. It tells the story of a man who spent 25 years in Israeli prisons. When he is released, he is still stuck in the last moment before his arrest with a kite. And this idea also reflects us as Palestinian. The idea also reflects us as Palestinian. Our memories are always connected to many parts of our daily lives. And being a Palestinian filmmaker is one thing, but being a Palestinian filmmaker working in Palestine is something else. It's a long story and it's not easy, but living here with my family, my friends, and my community, this shows what life here is really like and how it can be shown visually. And being able to tell our stories, their stories, my story, the life we all live means a lot to me. Example, that's why we must keep our eyes on Gaza. The genocide has not stopped. It's tough right now. So yes, making films in Palestine is hard, but sometimes it's also fun. This is what we do. We keep going, we keep living, no matter what happens. I hope that we Palestinians here stand together and support each other. So I thank the film crew. I don't want to speak for too long. Thank you to everyone here. Thank you to the Arab Film Festival for having me. And thank you, Dina for organizing this program. Hope to see you all again soon. Thank you.
So I would like to, yeah, this is the end of our time. I'd like to say thank you for your films. Thank you for your participation. And I'm very excited to see what else are you gonna make next in the coming year or a few years. And yeah, and I'll always be here also to support. We can stop recording.
Lovely.